What's up, guys? It's Chickenman, and we are back for another video. And we're going to get right into carving this pumpkin. So first off, you want to get a really sharp knife. My knife is currently stuck with the pumpkin. If you are young, I get parents' permission. Get a nice sharp knife like this that is able to easily cut through the gourd all the way around. Make sure while you're doing this, you're being careful. Knives are very sharp, in case you didn't notice. And now we are just gonna, time lapse till I get this head of this pumpkin off. Okay, so now that you've cut all the way around the gourd, you take the head off just like this. You take off all this excess so you don't get too many fruit flies when you leave it outside. I made a mistake with my last pumpkin, leaving it outside with the pulp right here on, so it, collect all these fruit flies. So you take this piece, set it off to the side. Now, if you have a pumpkin spoon, that's great. I do not. Just take your hands, set your knife off to the side, that's safe. Oh my god, my allergies are so bad, man. And you just scoop out all of the seeds in the pumpkin. And now we're gonna time lapse till I get done. Okay, so now that we're almost done getting all the seeds and everything out, I want to note that with the seeds, you can replant them once you put them on a paper towel and dry them out almost completely. You can replant them and then get more pumpkins next year. If you buy pumpkins and you find a really, really big one that you like, take those seeds, as those seeds are more likely to be as big as the pumpkin you have. And then you can just replant. Save them, and if you don't want to start planting immediately, you can always save them to next year, which if you plant them now, it'd probably die anyway, at least in the state I'm in. It gets pretty cold. So now you have this pumpkin, you take your knife, and then you come to this side. We're gonna adjust the camera just a little bit. So now that you can see what I'm doing, we're gonna take the knife, go like this, make two eyes. You can obviously carve it better. I just like doing generic jack-o'-lantern type carvings. Two triangle eyes and a toothy mouth is what I usually do for my pumpkin. This is the second one I've carved this year. My last one, if I could have showed you that, it's broken, destroyed now. But if I could have showed you that one, I did a little bit more of a nicer carving. It wasn't just two triangle eyes and a toothy smile. It was a little bit more than that. See, now you have two eyes like this. If you want, you can take your knife and go like this to widen things out on the inside itself. Just widen things out like that. So now you have two narrow eyes. Obviously you want the nose to be a little bit bigger. See? Also, one thing I forgot to mention was when you're doing this, it's probably a good idea to put down plastic. I just took a big trash bag and put it down, but that's a good idea to do if once you get your parents' permission, use a knife. and you actually can carve it if you don't want them to be yelling at the mesh you're making all over everywhere. And I advise, you know, 100% putting down plastic or something to protect it. Then you cut at the end of the triangle and finish it off. Get that nice nose and 2 eyes. Now we work on the smile. Smile is a little bit more complicated, and I don't know if you guys will actually be able to see the smile. Okay, so if we're taking the camera like this, poor quality camera, let's reposition it a little bit, down a little bit. Okay, now should be a little bit better view for you guys. You gotta take your knife and go right along the bottom. Start like right parallel to the nose is where I usually start. Cut through as far down as you want. Then get through and go all the way along the gourd until you feel you've had enough of murdering this poor pumpkin. And then once you get to the other side, so you can see that distinct line, if the camera quality is good enough, you can now see how this side is on an angle, all the way down. You can now go to this side and put it on an angle. It doesn't have to be as steep of an angle, like I'm going more straight up and down on this side. So now you can take your edges and go like this, and then go across again. And now is the part where you get to customize it. You can make teeth wherever you want. I probably keep turning away from the camera, and I apologize for that. If I ever do a video like this in the future, I'll probably be using my phone, which is what I normally do for a video like this. But my phone does not have a tripod right now, and my 720p camera does, so that's what we're using. You see that? Okay, so now you're gonna cut all the way up to meet that triangle. Now you're gonna reach in and push out. Now have a nice toothy smile jack-o'-lantern, nice and pretty. Now if we zoom out, see, nice and good. Now all you do, replace the top. Now you have a jack-o'-lantern. Today's video was kind of short, but thank you guys so much for watching.